Hello fellow tankers, this is Dauntless, and welcome to Scout Guide. For this episode, I'll be showing you guys how to effectively spot on the map Halluf. Halluf is kind of a risky map for scouting in a light tank just because of the valley. Most of the viable spotting locations are located right along the middle of the map here, requiring you to push down into this dip, and then getting back out if you ever have to is extremely risky because of the long time it takes to climb back up the hill and all the tank destroyers and tanks that might be camping along this edge. So this is the safer of the two locations that you can take, allowing you to spot anything that might be pushing across here initially, as well as spotting tanks here that might be camping or tank destroyer that might be sitting here. Now, it's recommended that you have Sixth Sense while you sit here because, as you see, getting lit can be very dangerous here because you could be, sitting here without realizing that you're lit and then just be one-shotted by Artie or something. But it is a viable bush. You can sit there for quite a while and get a lot of assist damage if you play it right. Alright, so the second location is actually in the exact same area that the first location was at, except for you're going to be playing on this ridge right here. And you're going to want to get here as fast as possible and pop over this ridge. This will allow you to spot vehicles that are pushing across into this open. And you can actually light a lot of stuff here if you play this right. And any vehicles that are lit here trying to cross will be just completely vulnerable to any of your allies that might be looking over this ridge at the beginning of the map. Now, to play this, you're going to want to wait 10 seconds for your tank to get unlit, and then you can pop back up and light things. Once this location has died down, as in there's really nothing left to spot, you can just move to the first location that I showed you here and sit in this bush and watch for any other tank destroyers or things that might be lit along the edges. Alright, so when you spawn on the northeastern base, you can play the same tactic as you would on the southwestern base by playing this little knoll that's down here. Now, it is important that you get there as fast as possible to prevent yourself from being lit. And when you get down there, you want to just pop over this ridge very quickly in order to get lights on anything that might be pushing across here for your allies to shoot at. You'll also be able to spot things here and here. And again, it is a little bit risky pushing down here immediately, but it is a very strong location, and it is somewhat already safe if you play this location right. So playing this ridge, you're going to just want to pop up and down like this and light anything that might be sitting out in the open like this, leaving it vulnerable to being shot at. You can fight if you want to, if they're not paying attention, and then this bush right here also works well for being undetected and spotting things that might be up into this area. Alright, so the northeastern base actually has an alternative spot that you can use to light vehicles that might be pushing down into the middle. Now, this location you do have to be careful because any light tanks pushing down from this area here will be able to light you if you aren't careful or fast enough. But the bush is right up here, and you're going to want to get in it and set up your camo net and your binoculars as soon as possible. And make sure you're really just in the bush completely so you can't get lit. But sitting in this location, you'll be able to spot anything just like that T-34 that might be coming out, any tank destroyers that might be sitting on this ridge like that, as well as light tanks and other vehicles that might be pushing across like that mutts. This location is very strong if you play it correctly, but it does require your patience, as once you commit to this area, you will not be able to move because it is very dangerous if you get lit. You do have the avenue of escape over here, but again, it's very hard to climb back up the hill because you will leave yourself to being hit. So once you commit down here, you are stuck. Anyway, guys, that was my guide on how to spot on Halluf. There aren't very many viable options, but if you play them right, you can get upward to 6,000-7,000 spotting damage if you play it correctly. Hopefully you like this guide. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you give it a like down below. And if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to my channel for more content like this in the future. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll talk to you guys later.